You want to know what is super sexy, gangster, and badass? When you choose to feel, deal, and heal. What do I mean when I mean, like, say, feel? We allow ourselves to be present to our feelings, to the emotions that are arising, no matter what they are, no matter how inconvenient, no matter how painful. We have to give ourselves permission to feel whatever comes up. Nothing's too messy. And let go of all that conditioning that, you can't feel this. We all grew up in families where certain emotions were not celebrated. And we learned to stuff it down, shut it down, turn our back from it. The consequence of not allowing yourself to feel everything no matter what can look like anxiety. It can look like depression. It can look like panic attacks. It can look like negativity, a shit attitude. The cost is too high, and this is coming from someone that way like a million lifetimes ago only wanted to feel good feelings. And I did whatever I could, whatever was within my control to only feel good. Because I had bought and sold to myself the story that anger is not spiritual, you can't go there. You got to be love, light, and bliss all the time, smile. And you know what that ended up looking like? Anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and addiction. And the antidote was to finally say yes to all feelings no matter what, and for me to celebrate them, hold sacred space, and walk through the fire and receive the messages that my emotions were trying to tell me. Second one, deal. What does that look like? What do I mean? I mean that we deal with life as it comes. No matter what shows up on the doorstep of your life, you deal. You become present to it. Because the consequence of not is life starts to build up on you. And as that happens, we become stressed, overwhelmed, reactive, negative, and we feel very heavy because life's just piling up. So when we deal and we become present to what life is presenting, we're in the flow of life, and life does not build up on us. Thus, reduce stress, anxiety, depression, heaviness. It's much easier to remain, have a positive outlook than when we let life build up on us. And then the third one, heal. Heal. And what does that look like? It means we start doing our inner work. We start forgiving. We go into our lineage and dig out the poison, the toxins, the negative patterns that you are very likely here and you contracted to break the curses, to break the patterns, and to create a brand new, shiny, clean slate for yourself, your children, your children's children, and your entire lineage. We start to journal, we start to inquire when we react and get triggered. Like, what's that about? Where is this coming from? We look within. We look within. We go within. And start to shine our light and our love in all the places and spaces that are screaming for attention, that are screaming for healing and a divine embrace. We hold sacred space for ourselves. We get help when we need it. Get that energy work. Find a life coach. If there's an area that you need help with, get help. Healing means we release our energetic blockages, our deepest emotional wounds, pain, suffering, and trauma, because we are 70 to 80% water and 100% energy. We're completely translucent beings. And so if you get a glass and you fill it up with clear water and you raise it to the sun, the light penetrates. There's no obstacles. And we're like that glass of water. And the sun is always shining on us. The infinite's love and light is always shining on us. But if we are full of dirt and sediment, debris, toxicity, pain, from things we experienced in this life, past lives, things that were passed on from within our lineage, things we picked up from our mothers empathically when we were being carried, environmental factors. You know, for the first 7 years, the energy that we are in and immersed in when we're little imprints on us. And then, of course, life experiences that we have as we get into teenage, young adult. So we want to clear those energetic blockages, clear that sediment, let go of that emotional debris, cellular memory, distortions, limiting beliefs, conditioning and predispositions. That's what healing looks like. And a big part of that healing is embarking on the journey of self-love, the most fulfilling journey we can ever embark on. And many of us don't have a fucking clue how to love ourselves, because many of us were brought up in environments where it was pretty devoid of love, and that we really struggled to get our needs met, if they were met at all. So that's the recipe: feel, deal, and heal. My name is Erica Rock. I'm a spiritual catalyst and an energy worker. And I walk my talk. I've walked through the fires to get where I am today. And I'm a work in progress, always growing and expanding, always finding new places and spaces within myself to bring in more love, to clear. And if you are struggling or suffering, or maybe your life is pretty great and you would just like to know what's next, I would love to partner with you to co-create the most magnificent life experience you can possibly have. Help you to forgive and release, clear and cleanse your lineage, clear your energetic blockages, your traumas, the painful things that we experience as part of this human experience. I would love and be honored to be a part of your journey. So reach out to me if that resonates and you feel called. And for everyone sending like all of my love to the most tender places within you. And I truly, truly wish and hope that you open and receive it. Even if you have no idea who I am, that's fine. Sometimes some of the most remarkable experiences we can have are with complete strangers. So give yourself some love today. Remember, feel, deal, and heal. That's like the little recipe for a successful, happy, fulfilled, and abundant life.